Hey everybody, it's Michelle Visage, and it's time for an all-new Whatcha Packin. Joining us today all the way from Denver, Colorado. Is it Mile High City?
Yeah, something like that.
It's Yvie Oddly!
Howdy!
Is that what it's called? Mile High City, isn't it?
It is called the Mile High City, and it was that way even before they made pot legal.
It was, because of the elevation.
Yeah, because of the elevation. So you have these super lungs that are used to never getting any air whatsoever.
Right. Were you raised in Colorado?
Conceived, born, and raised.
Really? Unbelievable. So RuPaul's Drag Race, season 11.
Wow.
Yeah. Big trip, and you've gotten to the final.
I still don't actually know how to feel. Of course, extremely proud. I'm mind blown that I made it this far, especially because there were some points in the competition where I felt so defeated. I was like, it's okay. They want me gone. Just ship me and send me away. I'll
Right.
ball myself and hide in the luggage.
Did you feel that way?
I did, and I wasn't not expecting to feel that way. I knew this was going to be the most difficult thing I've ever done. It's just there's a difference between planning in your head for the most difficult thing you've ever done and then actually experiencing it and staying strong and true through it all.
And would you say, actually I won't even put the words in your mouth, I'll let you say it, was it everything you thought it was going to be or harder?
It was everything I thought it was going to be. Like I said, living it was more than I could have expected, but I planned to be pushed because I've been kind of complacent in my drag for a second. I fought to the top of the Denver scene, and then I was like, what do I do from here? I want more people to see my art. I want it to be exposed. I want to make sure that people know that there are these different ways to do drag, and that sometimes the unexpected is the best thing you can pay for.
No, we love that, and we celebrate it, and we revere it. And I think that's what Drag Race is all about. So why I push you kids to do stuff that isn't what you normally do, it's not for my benefit. I've seen pretty much everything. It's for the benefit of yourself, for you to push yourself outside of those lines that you normally color inside of.
Yeah.
And even though maybe being odd or being different is your thing, you can also do the other side of it.
And in fact, that's funny because I'd say the other side is something that I do enjoy and that I probably didn't showcase that much, but you've got to learn how to play tennis before you break the rules. So I know how to be a beautiful woman.
Do you, Yvie? Do you?
Okay, I know how to fake it.
Me too. So you've, how many times have you auditioned?
This was my third time going through it.
Okay.
And this time through, I really took the direction I wanted to. The other few times I had a friend helping me film or somebody helping me edit it together, and this time I was like, I know I want these shots, I want to show myself in this way, I know what these skills are, and I made sure that I was really proud of what I put together instead of
it's good enough. I deserve to be on Drag Race.
Everybody deserves to be on it, but only the strong will survive.
Yeah, and it really, even just going through that first step of finishing that whole video lets you know that Drag Race is not going to be a piece of cake. If it takes you 2 weeks to put an application in, girl, then...
It's hard work. The application itself is so difficult to get in. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I know what you have to do. And then Ru looks at each and every one of those audition tapes, so he handpicks everybody.
That's what terrified and excited me the most, is thinking that RuPaul got to see me in my dirty ass living room.
And chose you from your dirty ass living room.
I know!
But you walking in here with a bunch of insecurities, knowing you're different, I understood that right from the beginning, and I knew that there was something there, and I knew that there was something different, maybe because I'm a mother to a kid that has, different issues, and I connect with something. And the times that I was trying to struggle with pulling those things out of you is the times I saw you hiding behind something or retreating.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And I, after we spoke on the podcast, I was researching Ehlers-Danlos. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, at least the way it was told to me.
Very rare condition. Not much you can do apart from exercise. staying healthy, eating fit. If I were you, I'd stay away from gluten. I'm no doctor.
Oh my God.
But
I love bread.
I know we all do, and you can still have your bread. But there's things that you can do to stop inflammation. But I was thinking about you, just because I'm that mother. So when I started researching it, I realized going through all this stuff that you're going through and putting your body through all this stuff that you put your body through, that can't feel good after a day of drag.
It is extremely painful, and like I said on the podcast, like I wake up in pain regardless of whether or not I do drag. I feel like I get hit by a train if I sleep the wrong way, and so doing that on top of competing to be America's next drag superstar definitely put my body through the ringer, and I'm still recovering, but I think it's more than worth it because I've only got this one body, I only get this one life, and if I only have a certain amount of time that I'm going to be able to do my magic, then I'm gonna do the trick.
Do you think you're misunderstood in life?
I think at least vaguely. I mean, I think people automatically do see me as some like weirdo, some left of center oddball.
Which is okay.
Yeah, and it's totally fine, but that's a perception that they've built up because of how I present myself, or because of how unabashedly I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Unapologetic.
Yeah, and so I understand why I'm misunderstood, and I understand even more how I put that out there and how I've sort of built up this giant wall of weirdo to kind of keep people out, because I remember growing up and I remember kids picking on me before I even knew how to act like me. So I'm still working on breaking a lot of that down.
I did the same thing. I was that same weird kid. I told you this, I understand it, which is why it touches me. But the more you let people in to see the real you, the more you're gonna realize it's time to shed. You're like a snake, and you'll shed that skin. The weirdo and the oddness, pun intended, is gonna stay with you forever, and that's why I love you. That's why people will love you, and you'll realize you don't have to hide behind it, but it's just kind of a part of you now.
It's a package deal.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's using it instead of authenticity, rather than inclusive of authenticity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I know that you had a little bit of a fallout with Miss Vanjie.
Yeah, I did, and I mean, I know part of that is due to the fact that Vanjie was kind of going through it, and I was inappropriate with my timing and my delivery.
Intentionally?
No, not intentionally. Like I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't competing with her, but growing up in this art school environment that I did, I was always taught to critique your peers, to get critiques from your peers. And so I would give the girls positive and negative critiques, whether or not they kind of asked for them.
That's the key
and
right there.
That's where it bit me in the ass a lot, is it really does make a difference if somebody's like, hey, how am I this week? In juxtaposition to, hey girl, you can fix this.
That comes with age too. You're still very young.
I'm still learning.
And you're still, but that's the beauty of it. See, you coming full circle, you getting to the finals, you fought your way there, had some fights along the way.
Literally.
But you getting there shows me that you are willing to start chopping down that wall and letting people in and realizing, you know what, I don't know everything. And we don't. And the day we stop learning is the day it's kind of over.
Yeah.
So if somebody's telling you things like that, you need to go, okay, maybe I'm not aware that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that, but I get the feeling that you can.
Yeah.
And that's great. Can we talk about some of your looks here?
Let's.
This is three of some great ones. You're starting with your kind of club kid jellyfish, Portuguese man of war
Yeah.
umbrella. That was really fun. And I think it was really Yvie. Don't you?
I do. That's something that the first time I ever did it, I was like, oh, I need to continue building on this because I know that I want this to be on RuPaul's someday.
Yeah.
And I want it to look fabulous, and getting to like put in so much work and all these different steps and get to display that the way it was. I'm excited.
You should be. You should be. And the middle one is the Total Recall for me. So I don't know if that was your inspiration. We all loved the movie. It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, and everybody remembers the alien with the 3 tits.
Yeah, it's classic. It's iconic. And
Yes.
I kind of wanted to take that. I like aliens in general because they're misunderstood weirdos, but they just want to be regular
Amen.
too.
They're here amongst us.
So she just came down in her nicest couture with her 3 boobs and 3 butts out.
It's just normal. Did you make these, or did you have a part in making them? Did you design them?
I designed the center one, and then everything else I basically made. The bulk of what I presented on the runway I made, and sometimes it looks like it, and sometimes it looks a little less like it.
I love that. And this one right here was just a trip because you were so ridiculous. You know, it's kind of that theater kid came out in you, and you got to, and the little boy where you got to be, you know, a feminine little T-Rex, you know. It's that little boy that lives, every little boy, queer, gay, straight, everybody. They love the dinosaurs. You
I
know?
wanted to be a paleontologist. I mean, because of all the dinosaur movies that had hit when I was a little kid, I was like, sure, I was gonna spend my days like digging in the dirt and dusting off old bones.
Yes.
So I was bringing a lot of my inspiration full circle, like picking my brain as a kid, like what would I have dressed up as, and now make it sexy.
All I can say is that you have brought a new, a fun, a fresh element to RuPaul's Drag Race, which is so much fun, especially in season 11.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of you for what you've done. I'm most proud of you for hearing what we had to say, understanding where I was coming from with you, knowing that I was never against you. I know at times it must have felt that way, but it was always to bring out the best in you. You're that artsy kid who needs to know that it's okay to be artsy. It's okay to be, when you want to be a boy, be a boy. When you want to be a girl, be a girl. I know you have a family that loves you, but from this side of the judging table, I love you too.
Thank you. I love you too.
And I'm super proud of you for doing what you've done. And I want you to continue to be who you are. I would never try to change who you are. Just better that drag. That's all. Keep doing it, honey.
I'm only getting the premium trash bags for my future looks.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much,
And get the
Michelle.
biodegradable one. Thank you for sharing your art with us.
Thank you so much for receiving it and
Of
for giving me the
course.
platform.
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Don't f it up.
Oh girl, too late.
See you at the final.
I'll see you there.
All right. Thanks to you all for watching another episode of Whatcha Packin. I love you. Bye.
Hey beauties, it's Sasha Velour, the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9. Do you want all the hot Drag Race tea? Then you better subscribe to VH1's YouTube channel, and you'll have all the fresh videos sent directly to your inbox. Now that's something not to joke about.